Alright, something big is brewing in Genshin Impact 6.2, and if even half these leaks are true, this might be one of the most meta-shifting updates we've seen in a long time. We're talking a brand new Pyro sword user with dual personalities, a long-awaited harbinger finally stepping onto the stage, and yes, actual buffs for some of Mondstadt's most forgotten veterans. So let's break down everything the 6.2 leaks are hinting at. From the gameplay insanity of Durin, to Columbina's playable rumors in 6.2, and how Hoyoverse might be quietly reshaping the game's balance for the first time in years. Let's start with the headline, Durin. Durin doesn't just have a flashy animation or a big pyro burst. His kit is literally built around a dual form system, purification versus decay. For the first time, Hoyoverse is turning a character's internal conflict into their actual combat mechanic. When you activate his elemental skill, called Essential Transmutation, you basically decide who Durin wants to be in that moment. Tap the skill again? You'll trigger Affirmation of Whitening, a state focused on support and team synergy, dealing AoE pyro damage and buffing your entire squad. But if instead you follow up with a normal attack, you'll enter Negation of Darkness, where Durin unleashes a more feral, aggressive style focused on raw pyro reactions. Think vaporize, melt, and pure destruction. That decision changes everything, because each form completely transforms his elemental burst. In the whitening state, he became a white flame dragon that hovers near your active character, dealing continuous AoE pyro damage and reducing enemy resistances, perfect for coordinated team play. In darkness mode, that's when the Dark Corrosion Dragon shows up, a single target nuke that melts bosses and elites like butter. This flexibility means Durin isn't locked into a single archetype. You can use him as a reaction DPS team support or even sub-DPS buffer depending on the situation. His signature weapon, according to leaks, even boosts the entire party's attack after his burst, so he's not some selfish pyro carry, he's literally the pyro version of a team captain. We already covered his full beta kit breakdown, you can check it from description. But there's also a problem with him. According to trusted source HomeDG Cat, Durin's Dark Dragon attacks once every 1.25 seconds, each time shooting 4 projectiles at one enemy. Only the first projectile deals damage, the other 3 have no effect. The Dark Dragon's damage AoE is tiny, 0.8 me. Same as the normal attacks of some Catalyst characters, Sitlali, Xianyun. His projectiles started to deal damage if you pull C2, but what about F2P players? Also, his AoE is just too little. Players are not happy about it. Let's hope Hoyoverse fix this problem in upcoming beta versions. But that's not where the story ends. It looks like 6.2 isn't just about flashy new characters, it's also about redemption arcs. Leakers are reporting that multiple older Mondstadt units, including Albedo, Mona, Klee, Razor, Sucrose, and even Venti, could be getting actual kit upgrades. Not artifact patch fixes, but real stat and scaling buffs plus improved synergy mechanics. Why? Because power creep is real. Every new enemy in Fontaine and beyond has tankier HP and harsher resistances. Hoyoverse clearly knows that the early characters are falling behind. So instead of throwing out another region to distract us, they might be choosing to rebuild the foundation. Imagine Mona becoming a genuine god support powerhouse again, or Albedo finally will be useful. If this all checks out, 6.2 could be less about exploration, and more about evolution. You can actually see their kit changes gameplay on our Instagram. We can't show them here because of obvious reasons. Now let's talk about the name that has everyone on edge, Columbina. Leaks suggest she's making her first actual appearance in the 6.2 Archon Quest, and possibly even being temporarily playable during the story. Not as a banner, not as a cinematic, as in you can actually use her skill. Apparently there's a section involving a ring-throwing mechanic, hinting at limited but real gameplay. Maybe Hoyoverse taking Wuthering Waves approach, letting us test the character before they officially drop. And since Columbina's internal dev data is apparently almost final, it's a safe bet she's being prepped for the 6.3 banner right after Durin. Now, her element? Still a mystery. Some early files said Cryo, but most reliable sources are calling her Hydro, which honestly fits her aesthetic and ties better into the current region. and we all seen her using her powers in latest Archon Quest. It's obviously Hydro. Either way, if players actually get to control a Fatui Harbinger, or maybe I should say a moon goddess because she is not Harbinger anymore, even for one quest, expect the internet to explode. As for banners, the roadmap isn't set in stone, but the general picture looks like this. Durin takes center stage for Phase 1, while reruns could include Varisa, Zilonin, or Venti, which would make perfect sense if those rumored Anemo buffs hit live. Also, Abyss and 6.2 have plunge damage bonus, so Varisa and Venti are totally fitting in this banner. There's also talk of a new event-exclusive 4-star bow, featuring a 510 base attack at level 90, ideal for free-to-play builds or buffed legacy characters. It seems like Hoyoverse's priority this time is refinement, not expansion. No new region, but a ton of gameplay depth and balance fixes instead. So yeah, version 6.2 might not be a massive new map update, but it's shaping up to be one of the most strategically important patches in years. Durin brings innovation, Columbina brings spectacle, and the Mondstadt buffs bring balance. It's a rare mix of lore payoff, meta evolution, and mechanical creativity all packed into one version. But now I want to know what you think. Are you hyped for Durin's split-state playstyle? Do you think Colombina will actually be playable during the quest? Or are you just excited to dust off your old Mona or Venti and finally make them relevant again? Drop your thoughts below, because this update has way too many moving pieces to process alone. And if you want full coverage as soon as beta info drops, from Durin's official numbers to Colombina's final element confirmation, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the chaos when the leaks start flying. I'll see you in the next one.